Hey man,
Hey, how's it going, man?
it's good, dude. Thanks for doing this call.
Yeah, so good to see you, dude.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. How long has it been since church hasn't met? Has it been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Gosh, yeah, it feels like it's been about a month, I believe. At
Yeah,
least
man.
3 or 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on to this call. Let's just jump into it, man. Why did you do the video worship this week?
Yeah, so I decided to do the video worship this week because the last couple of weeks, first, as you may know, or the people who are watching may know, we've been sending out the YouTube links to the worship songs. And I felt like this week, after listening to how other churches were doing it, like specifically like the Gettys and Sovereign Grace Music, so I was convicted to try something a little bit different. And I know that provided the YouTube link may not have provided a more, it didn't provide like a worshipful experience or a personal experience. I wanted to do something different. So I talked to Hanley and I talked to PT to get their thoughts about just recording a video for this week and seeing how that goes and just kind of just go from there and everything. So
Nice. So let's see. How was it recording yourself? Because I know you did so you did two things, I think. Like first you
mhm.
had like your family and then it cut to like you at the piano, right? So why don't
Yes.
you tell me about your thought process behind that? What did Tiff think about it? Let me know what's going on.
Yeah. It started off with just me recording the songs first. Um, and then there were four songs I decided to choose. And then the intro with me, Tiff, and Bethany was actually added on afterwards. I decided that, okay, maybe I needed to add some sort of an encouragement to this worship video instead of just going straight into the worship. And so I felt like I needed to say something just to kind of provide some encouragement before going into the worship. So I thought just including my family would be nice because it adds a little bit more of that home dynamic and that family dynamic as most of us are worshiping at home with our families right now. So
Right, right, right. And so did you just put the camera just on your piano there? How was the setup?
yeah, so the setup was I have a piano in my office and I have a tripod right in front of the piano and I put my iPhone 11 on there and put my headphones on because I think that it sounds better with the headphones since the microphone's closer and then just started filming and the filming part it's actually a lot more difficult than actually leading um, an actual worship, like typical normal worship set, um, because I guess I am my most hardest critic, and so I was like, man, I gotta do this over and over again. I kept messing up, and so I don't know whether people can even tell by the videos that my voice is already kind of giving out because that's probably like the fifth or sixth take for each of that song.
Nice.
It's difficult in that sense. Like I am my most hardest critic, and so in that sense, it's a little more challenging because I can actually go back and redo it and then make sure I publish the best ones I want and everything. So.
Right, right, right. Well, I couldn't tell, man. I thought it sounded great. Um,
Thanks.
how and why did you choose the songs? You chose four songs.
hmm
Be Thou My Vision,
Yes.
In
Be
Christ
thou
Alone,
in Christ alone, Christ our hope in life and death, and
Christ Our
then
Hope, yeah, the new one, yeah. And then
yeah,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Yeah. I
Yeah,
chose those songs based on so I connected with PT and earlier this week and he in my conversation with him, since today is actually Palm Sunday, he was going to
yes.
be, just speaking about, about Palm Sunday, about Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. So he really wanted to have songs that were focused on the gospel and on the cross and leading up to the cross. I mean, so I felt so the theme song actually was actually Jerusalem, and he actually even talked about it in his message. And then just all the other songs kind of corresponded to the set and everything. And B Thou was just I felt like I needed to add a hymn there, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some fun hymn there, and just so I just decided to add there and everything. And I used your lick there, so it's always fun to play. So.
Talking. Very nice, man. Very nice. How do you want us to be using the videos? Are we supposed to be singing along? Are we just supposed to like watch and like enjoy them? Like how do you want us to be using the videos at home?
Yeah, I think I think the best way to use a video is as if like it's just like church service. So I would just begin, just even before you even play the video, just pray with the family first, and then the video, and that would just encourage the family to sing along. The lyrics are actually a part of the video, so you can sing along and worship along with the family, and I think that's just the best way to use the video and everything.
Nice. Should I be standing? Like should I like
You can stand, you can
should I
like
raise my
hold your hand
hands
up
and
and
clap
everything.
clap?
You can definitely do that. You can
Awesome,
definitely
man.
do that.
What about people with kids? Should people with kids be doing it too? Like, should the kids be singing along?
I think, yeah, I mean, if they're at an age where they can actually sing, I definitely think that they should be singing along. I think if anything, this is actually, even though the kids may not understand the lyrics of the song, or they may not even be familiar with the song, I think just singing it on a daily basis, or just weekly basis, or how just even frequently, you get to learn the songs over time, and then looking back, you start to realize, wow, I these are the songs I kind of grew up with. So it's kind of like for me, where when I grew up as a little kid, I would be singing these hymns, and at the time I didn't really understand. Like for example, Amazing Grace. Like I didn't understand what that song meant until later on, like as I got older, and then looking back, like wow, I knew what the song was growing up. I can just sing it. But now as I'm older, I understand the lyrics more. So I think for kids, I don't expect them, or yeah, I don't expect them to really understand the lyrics. Hopefully, they'll just be able to just get familiar with the tune, the melody, and then as they get older, maybe they'll look back and they'll be able to appreciate the songs they were singing right now. So
Very nice, man. Yeah,
yeah,
I do like that. I liked all the songs. I like that new Getty song. Like
yeah,
I remember when they released it, I was like, oh, dude, this one we gotta play this one at church. So I'm glad you started to introduce it already.
yeah. It's a good
Um,
song. It's a good song.
the Jerusalem song, I'm kind of familiar with it. It's by City of Light, right?
Yeah,
Has
yeah.
it been out for a while, or is
Yeah.
that
You
still
know what?
also kind
That
of?
song's been out since 2014 or 2015 or
Oh
something like
man,
that.
I'm so
I
behind.
know,
I'm so
I
behind.
know. I'm behind too because I actually just discovered that song like I think like earlier this year, I believe in January.
Nice,
I actually,
nice.
to be honest, I actually discovered City of Light like very late. Like I think like around Christmas time. Like I
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know why they just started blowing up all of a sudden, but like I think someone once told me that sometimes like for worship songs or groups, it usually takes them a few years to gain
Hmm.
prominence. And so I feel like City of Light is even though they've been in existence for like 2014, I think. They've
Sure.
had like
Yeah.
2 3 albums, but now they're just starting to kind of gain like prominence in the scene and everything. So it's kind of interesting.
No, you're right. It does take a little bit of time, but I'm glad that we're starting to sing their tunes at church, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's wrap up here. What are we gonna do? Is this, recording the music? Is this the plan for the future?
hmm
Are we just gonna keep expecting you to keep doing this every week? What do you have planned for us?
Yeah, so the plan is, I'm glad that you asked that question because I was thinking about it, and I actually got really good feedback today from a variety of different people how they felt that the worship was a lot more personal to them. It felt like it was something of like it was comfortable for them, and so I think that like moving forward, I think that's the direction that we want to do is to do pre-recorded worship songs like similar to what we did today. And my hope, my goal, and my vision actually for this whatever period that we're in right now during this COVID-19 is actually to have a collection of worship leaders from FCBC Walnut to contribute and to do pre-recorded. So like yourself, and anyone else that's on this Instagram live who wants to participate, definitely feel free to reach out, and you can kind of figure out how to do this and everything. And so that's the vision, is to continue on with the pre-recorded stuff. So for this upcoming week for Easter, I actually already pre-recorded um, 4 songs already. Actually, one of them is "Christ
Nice,
Our Hope in Life and Death" again. So,
nice,
yeah.
nice,
So,
nice.
so I think that's also another challenge too. Is that I have to prepare the songs ahead of time because I have to give the AV team enough time to actually add the lyrics to the songs.
Oh,
And so
right, right,
they
right. Yeah.
actually took them like 5 hours to do it. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. So
Man,
that's why I
yeah.
wanted to do it like ahead of time so that I can give them at least the whole week to add the lyrics and give them time and everything. So
Yeah, yeah. I think the lyrics actually help though because it's like on the screen. I don't know any other way to do it, so
yeah, I
I
was
think
trying
it
to
worked
play
out okay.
around. Did you see how Josh did it in Mandarin worship? Like they posted his video.
Oh, really? No,
Um,
I didn't see it. Should I go look at
okay.
it?
If you want to, but basically he did like a Zoom and he
Uh-huh.
did like a side by side. He did a side by side thing. And so he had the PowerPoint on one screen, and then he had himself playing on the piano on the other
Oh,
screen
oh, oh,
and
cool, cool,
singing.
cool. Yeah.
So, but then like I think the quality is actually kind of compromised because he's
Mm, mm.
singing it through like Zoom and everything. So whereas right now, if I were to record, I'm recording just through my phone, and then I'm just sending whatever my phone is to the AV team
Right,
and
right.
everything. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think honestly, yeah, that's the best quality that you can get is if it's
right,
just like straight from the phone and then no like other interference. Like even when we're going live right now, like the quality's not as
yeah,
good as if you're just like filming
yeah,
yourself, you know?
right,
Um,
right, exactly.
it'd
Yeah,
be wild if you could do like an actual team, you know,
yeah, yeah.
like on the videos where it's like everybody's in their own little box, you know?
Yeah, how do you know how to
That'd
do
be crazy.
that?
I don't
Like,
no man, I don't want to deal with that. It sounds like a lot of work. I don't want
I
to
know
deal
it
with
does.
that.
It does. Yeah, I know.
Well, and
I talked to Kristen, and she said that the Kamazo
oh yeah, they
team
do it.
wants. Yeah, so they're up for it. So you'll be seeing them hopefully in a couple of weeks. So
Wow, wow. Okay, very cool,
yeah,
very cool.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for doing it. Thanks for leading our church even during this COVID-19 crisis time.
yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Of
Yeah, and
course.
thanks for coming on to this chat. I'll see if I can save this and repurpose it for later. But thanks for doing it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm so glad to talk to you and see you. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Good to see you again too. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see
All
you
right.
later.
Good night, man. Bye.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.